I will be talking about why you shouldn't be allowed to burn sacred texts as any of the protests in the United States. Book burning has a dark and hateful history. The burning of sacred texts is an immoral way of protest and has caused immense destruction, not just in the U.S., but across the world. The history of book burning can be tied to many horrific events, including but not limited to the time of the Nazis and Holocaust. Book burning in this case came from cultural, religious, and political disagreement towards a group with the hope of wiping out the entire culture. The burning of sacred texts and protests has been seen throughout history to instill fear in people and hold power over them, and has no place in our country today. There are simply better ways to voice your disagreement. To start, this has already been brought up, but to put things literally, you should not be able to burn anything in public without proper restriction. While this may seem obvious, fire can be a threat and a safety hazard to citizens and people's property. Doing such could cause the situation to escalate, harming innocent people. There are ways to peacefully protest a religion or belief without putting yourself or others in danger. Another thing that must be considered is whose property the protest is taking place in or on. Destroying the property of someone else without proper agreement is illegal, and you just can't argue that. To go further, if you are limited to only protesting a religion in the safety of your own property or a separate area, why not find a different way to express these beliefs where your viewpoints can be seen by the public? Next, some sacred books reflect not only people's religions, but their entire culture. We in America have the freedom to practice or not practice any religion we choose, and we don't have to fear being prosecuted for doing so. There are certain countries and people who cannot control what they follow. For example, Burmese citizens must list their faith on official documents which are monitored. Even though Burma's constitution states that they have limited religious freedom, individual laws and government officials use loopholes to actively restrict this. Another place, more commonly known as North Korea, and they are known for having the worst religious freedom conditions in the world. Anyone who is caught practicing religion in private is subject to horrific punishment such as arrest, torture, imprisonment, and execution. These are horrible conditions, and people deserve the freedom to practice what they want. We should be protesting these things, but by burning the texts these religions follow, it offers no real solution to the issue and only causes destruction. Sacred books are something that many religions hold dear to them. These books are typically what their religion is based on and how they spread their teachings. Because of this, many form a spiritual bond with their texts and use its words to live out their lives. I think it's pronounced the Baha'i faith, but it's a religion that teaches the essential worth of all religions and the unity of all people, and they themselves describe burning their books as being equivalent to burning themselves. So, destroying these texts can be an emotional attack on these people, and religion is something that they take very seriously. The inability to respect others causes a divide in our society. In the United States, we need to be welcoming of everyone and not encourage others' beliefs, and not encourage shaming others' beliefs and practices. One may argue that banning the burning of sacred texts goes against the First Amendment, which guarantees freedoms concerning religion, expression, assembly, and the right to petition. In 2019, a man was arrested and convicted for burning an LGBTQ flag. This man was rightfully charged with a hate crime. Unfortunately, there have been multiple accounts of people burning these flags across America, but when caught, the perpetrators received jail time. These people are fueled with hatred and tear down others just because of who they are. Taking from this, why should people be able to burn someone's symbol of their religion and get away with it? It all comes from the same internalized hatred and should not be allowed against any group of people. The burning of books goes deeper than simply burning paper. It symbolizes the censoring of beliefs and ideas. Burning sacred texts and protests means something more than destroying the books. 2/3 of the global population still live in religiously restrictive countries. Allowing for the burning of sacred texts and protests allows for a hateful attack on any religion when some can't control their beliefs. Because of this, the burning should fall under the spectrum of hate crimes, which Madeline already described what it means, but it's a crime involving violence motivated by prejudice based on ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, or similar grounds. There are simply other ways to protest that do not harm others or serve as a direct attack on one's religion and culture. Hate is the backbone of violence and only causes pain to others. That's all.